Okay, when you're going to remove your fuel rail from your intake manifold, you have a hose clamp right here you need to remove. You have a hose clamp right here on the fuel pressure regulator you need to remove. You have a 12mm bolt here and a 12mm bolt here to remove. And also the hose on the fuel pressure regulator itself has got to be removed. We'll go ahead and remove the hose clamps off the hoses first. I'll just pull mine back and get them out of the way. The one on the fuel pressure regulator, you can usually twist it off, but sometimes they get stuck on there and they're really hard to get off. You might end up breaking it getting off, but it's okay if you do, because I would recommend replacing it anyways. If it's stuck on there and you can't turn it by hand to break it loose, use a pair of pliers, but be very gentle with it if you're going to keep it, because you can easily tear it up. Once you break it loose by twisting it, it usually pulls right off. Unless you have the ones that have the barb on it where it's got the bump out, those will be harder to get off. We're going to remove the 12mm bolts. This one here, you have the sensors in your way, so you might want to unbolt the 10mm bolt and move it out of the way if you need to. When you go to remove these bolts, there's going to be a plastic spacer underneath it. Make sure you don't lose those. And underneath each injector there's a rubber isolator as well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try and break loose the hoses. Just going to twist them back and forth a little bit just to break them loose. Okay, now I just want to pull up on the fuel rail. It should come out fairly easy. Some of your isolators will come up with it. It's no big deal. It just slide right on. Go ahead and get your plastic isolators out so you don't lose them too. They're just little small plastic washers is basically what they look like. I'll go ahead and try and pull the rubber hose off the fuel pressure regulator. Try to get it off the fuel line if we can first. That fuel pressure regulator one's stuck on there pretty good. I'm going to be extra careful doing this. You don't want to tear up your injectors. You also want to be very careful when you're pulling on it. This metal is very soft and can bend very easily, which you don't want to do. You don't want to bend it up. It won't fit back on there right. If you're having issues with it, just go ahead and cut it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut mine. I'm gonna replace this line anyways, which I highly recommend replacing any fuel line, any rubber fuel line you have, because that's the last thing you want to do is rip open a fuel line. You end up with a fire in your engine bay. This one's being a pain too, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it as well. These are both straight lines, so they'll not be hard to replace. Sometimes you'll get a pre-bent hose, and those are usually harder to find. You want to go ahead and take all your rubber isolators out too. Put everything in a Ziploc baggie so you don't lose anything. As far as these isolators that your injectors sit on top of, they go into the intake manifold. There's not really a top or a bottom, but when they've been used, there's an indent on the side where the injector goes. So I would definitely recommend using that side when you go to install it back in. Okay, now we have the rail with the injectors off. We're going to send the full rail with injectors installed in it to Deechworks to get the dynamic service and rail service done on it. Basically, when we get this back, it'll be like brand new injectors and a brand new rail.